Just ahead on CTV News, the county school district breaks ground on a new state-of-the-art facility. Plus, we have a new round of graduates from the class of 2025. And free resources and support for the county's federal workers. Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for August 8th. I'm Katera Jones.
And I'm Jonathan Hunter. Thanks for joining us. School officials, county leaders, and students celebrated another groundbreaking today. The project is part of the Blueprint Schools Phase 2 construction initiative and was made possible through a public-private partnership with Progressive Education Partners. Brandywine Area Academy is the most recent school being built to meet green building standards by featuring enhanced ventilation systems and an on-site storm water management.
The new school means more than just new bricks and windows. It's a symbol of hope. It means the next generation of students in Prince George's County will walk into a new space where they can feel seen, supported, and inspired from the beginning to the end of their elementary to middle school years.
The future is bright. I feel so comfortable, and I think all of us should be comforted in knowing that we are producing some amazing students here in Prince George's County Public Schools. I have the proud fortune of having attended Prince George's County Public Schools myself, and so I'm a huge fan of our school system and all of our leaders, teachers, and our students.
And the official name of the Brandywine Area Academy hasn't been determined just yet. The state-of-the-art facility is scheduled to open for the 2027-2028 school year.
Well, it's never too late to graduate. Friends and families came together to celebrate seniors crossing the finish line. This is the scene outside of Dr. Henry A. Wise High School in Upper Marlboro. The Prince George's County School District hosted its summer school graduation today. The seniors who came from schools across the county were able to walk across the stage and receive their high school diploma. CTV News spoke to some of the graduates who say they faced a lot of challenges, but at the end, it was all important.
Keep going to school, you're going to finish. They're going to work with you if you keep going every day, man. Don't be skipping class, just go to class. You're going to finish high school.
Never give up. It gets easier the more you head on, and always move forward.
Just don't give up like I did. I gave up a little bit. I was supposed to graduate last year, but I gave up because it's something during the football season. But I gave up and just keep pushing like I did.
Some of the graduates we spoke to today say they are either going to join the military, enter into an apprenticeship program, or join the workforce. Congratulations to all of the graduates.
Prince George's police are investigating a fatal crash in Clinton Wednesday night. The crash happened at the 11,100 block of Tippett Road. Investigation shows the driver was traveling southbound when, for some reasons unknown, they lost control and hit a utility pole. One of the people in the car was identified as 19-year-old Adriana Alika. She was pronounced dead on the scene. Another passenger was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
The University of Maryland will have to fork over big bucks to a student-run chapter to settle a lawsuit. The university will have to pay $100,000 to the school's Students for Justice in Palestine chapter. All of this stemmed from a settlement where UMD attempted to ban a student-sponsored event on October 7th of last year. Now, that event was an interfaith visual marking the one-year anniversary of the Hamas attack on Israel, as well as honoring those thousands of Palestinians killed. According to reports, the money will go to the student chapter, and some of the funds will be used to pay attorney fees.
In other UMD news, the school renamed its Office of Diversity and Inclusion yesterday. The new name, Belonging and Community at UMD, reflects feedback from a campus survey. The survey aimed to gauge experiences and perceptions of students, faculty, and staff. The renaming comes as other popular Maryland universities like University of Maryland, Baltimore are facing cuts in federal funding for grants promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion.
A county council member is helping laid-off federal workers get back into the workforce. Council member Shada Adams Stafford of District 5 hosted a federal worker resource hub today in Lanham. The event was designed to connect job seekers with organizations that are looking to hire. Attendees also received resume support and career advising. Reports show that Maryland has lost 12,700 federal jobs since January.
Not only are we seeking to connect our federal workers with job opportunities, but also just with wraparound support, thinking about how can they access some of the Maryland benefits that are now available through marylandbenefits.org, but then also training and upskilling and, things that you'll need to switch careers if that's something that you're considering at this time.
Adam Stafford says she plans to host this resource hub once a month.
And states across the U.S. are scrambling to complete renewable energy projects before tax credits expire. The domestic policy measure that President Donald Trump signed earlier last month abruptly phased out clean energy tax credits, which will make solar and wind projects more expensive. But leaders and advocates in some states say renewable sources remain the best way to meet their electricity needs. However, the loss of clean energy tax credits could mean that residents will have to pay more on their utility bills. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Katara Jones. Still to come, one local center is bridging the gap between English and Spanish.
After the break, we learn about how the Baby Faye Bilingual Learning Center is helping local students.
We are the nation's largest integrated healthcare system, providing life-changing care to over 9 million veterans.
Our hands are busy, competent, skilled, healing, helping, and friendly. A place where diverse teams come together hand in hand to provide full patient-centered care. Working in state-of-the-art facilities with influential leaders in healthcare, all with a single goal in mind: to help veterans heal, recover, and get their lives back. In a place where everyone plays a part and where your efforts are truly appreciated. A place so innovative and forward-thinking that we're rebuilding hands, and where even robots lend a hand.
Join hands with us. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Hi, I'm the Big C. Hey, look at this beautiful couple. I knew as soon as I said that, I was like, don't say it, don't assume. Did you know more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour?
Oh man.
It's a bummer, but the good news is skin cancer is a cancer you can see, so you can go get checked. You can check each other regularly, make it romantic. Turns out I'm a matchmaking mirror. You're welcome. Love might be in the air.
Welcome back. A new variant of COVID is surging throughout the nation, which experts believe may be the cause of rising cases in Maryland. XFG, otherwise known as the Stratus variant, is now the 3rd most dominant strain of COVID this summer. According to the CDC, it has accounted for 14% of COVID cases in late June. And in the last week of July, nearly 1% of emergency room visits in Maryland have been from COVID. Stratus has similar symptoms to the other Omicron variants.
In other news, a College Park lawyer has been disbarred in Maryland after pleading guilty to not paying more than $2 million in employment taxes. James McCollum Jr., founder of the McCollum firm, agreed to the disbarment last week. According to the plea agreement, he failed to pay his federal individual income taxes for 3 years and didn't pay employment taxes for his law firm for almost 24 years. His sentencing is scheduled for September 29th.
And Governor Westmore announced a big step forward in transit-oriented development at the Bowie State MARC Station in Prince George's County. The new 4.6-acre site just west of the Bowie State MARC Station train tracks will expand the Bowie State University campus, provide affordable housing, economic development, and improve access to transit. Redevelopment at Bowie State's MARC Station may support up to 670 construction jobs, yield more than 400 housing units, and create $108 million in state and local tax revenue.
And yesterday, we reported that the city of Bowie is now accepting applications for its arts, education, and community outreach grants. Now, these grants will be used for projects and programs to address the needs of Bowie residents, improve student learning experience, and create an interactive arts mural. The city's community outreach manager explains who can apply and what they can propose.
So they don't have to be residents in order to apply to the grants, but we are asking that the programs and the initiatives that they're proposing, that they would benefit the city of Bowie residents. So we have arts, education, and community outreach. So the arts grants is programs that would be centered around art. It could be art classes, it could be glass making, clay, pottery, murals. If someone is proposing a concert, we just ask that it benefit the city of Bowie residents.
An online grant application clinic to help people with the application process will be held on August 18th. For more information, contact Janae Barber at community@cityofbowie.org.
A husband and wife opened up an early learning center where students can learn both English and Spanish. The goal is to prepare kids for both kindergarten and the real world. I stopped by to see how Baby Faye Bilingual Learning Center is making a difference for several students. Turner Coggins III and his wife Michelle are loving parents to 3 kids. Turner says a few years ago, he would drive their oldest daughter 45 minutes to go to an early bilingual daycare in Northern Virginia.
And while we were living in Prince George's County, it just didn't seem sustainable. My background is business, my wife's background is early childhood education, and so we just decided to combine our superpowers and create a child care center that we want our own children to be in.
So Baby Faye Bilingual Learning Center was formed. It's one of the only full immersion centers in Prince George's County. They offer Spanish immersion for kids 3 and younger and bilingual Spanish for 4-year-olds and students in pre-K.
Every classroom, of course, has a lot of books. So we have children reading as best they can, from an early age. But the goal is really for them to be kindergarten ready and have those pre-literacy skills that they can learn and thrive.
At their Bowie location, they have roughly 100 students. Turner says there's a benefit for kids learning a second language at an early age.
That's when their brains are literally wired to learn. And my wife says all the time that your child is really learning English for the first time. So the only limitation a person can put on a child is really, I would say, themselves.
The center has been open for 3.5 years, and they're already seeing a lot of success.
If you are born after September 1st, you have to test into kindergarten. And we've had an 80% success rate with children testing early to go to kindergarten.
And there's also a Baby Faye Bilingual Learning Center in Northern Virginia.
So Jonathan, can you talk a little bit about what the special meaning behind the name is?
Yeah, so you see the name Baby Faye and you're probably wondering, okay, why did they name the center Baby Faye? So the owners, their oldest daughter, her name is Faith, and in Spanish, Faith is Faye.
Wow. And I mean, what they're doing is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, for kids, 2, 3 years old to learn both English and Spanish, it ultimately helps them later in life.
Absolutely. And that 80% success rate, that's really great as well.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I wish at a young age I could have learned Spanish as well. Probably would have helped me in high school.
Absolutely. Well, still to come on CTV News, a lifelong public servant is remembered.
And if your energy bill is emptying your pockets, some relief is on the way. Those stories and more when we come back.
We hear the stories of people forced to abandon their home. The stories of people whose dreams have been swept away, or their lives left hanging by a thread. Or whose worlds have been blasted apart. Although the stories repeat themselves, each person's experience is unique as they are. And whether it's care or community that people need, we're here to help them live a new chapter, to embrace what makes them unique, be a lifeline to the most vulnerable.
Out! Out! Everybody out! Come on!
Good job. Under 2 minutes.
Keep your loved ones safe from home fires. Practice a 2-minute drill until it's part of your routine. And test your smoke alarms monthly.
In America, millions of families are facing hunger.
After rent and power, I can get groceries. It's sad to say food comes last. Anna from Texas.
The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back. We have some sad news to report. Greenbelt's city manager of 28 years passed away on Monday. 94-year-old James Geezy died at his home in the Collington retirement community. He served as Greenbelt's city manager from 1962 to 1990. Geezy was instrumental during Greenbelt's turbulent developmental years that brought major highways, shopping centers, and single-family housing to the community. He was also named Greenbelt's Outstanding Citizen in 2010. A memorial service for Geezy will be held at the Greenbelt Community Church at 11 a.m. on Friday, September 5th.
If you feel like your energy bill is going up, don't worry. Help is on the way. Pepco created a customer relief fund to help people in the district and Maryland pay their energy bills. The relief fund will provide up to $300 for people with low or moderate income. The funding came from a one-time donation from Pepco's parent company, Exelon, to the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army will be responsible for distributing the funds. Customers are likely seeing an increase in cost due to an increase in supply and demand.
The Clear the Shelters pet adoption and donation campaign is now in full swing. The program, hosted by the county's Animal Services Facility and Adoption Center with NBC4, promotes pet adoption and raises funds to support animal welfare. Animal Control Services shares the program's goals and advice for choosing the right pet.
Yeah, our goal is about 300 to 350 pets total being adopted this month, which would be a fairly good month for us. Usually we're adopting somewhere between, 225, 250 animals. Come in with that open mind. We have 4 adoption counselors who work here. They have been in this process for quite some time, and they will help you find the right animal for you. But I think if you're coming in and I'm looking for Fluffy, or I'm looking for this, or I'm looking for that, and maybe that animal matches, the sort of design you'd like, but not the match to your lifestyle, I think that's when we see that there's a lot of, lack of success.
The program runs until August 31st with an extended fundraising effort until September 15th. For more details about Clear the Shelters, visit cleartheshelters.com. And now it's time for our Metro Minute. In the next coming weeks, multiple roadways throughout the county will undergo construction, so all Laurel, Bowie, and Lanham residents be prepared for street closures and traffic until late fall.
And one lucky Riverdale couple who were both born in August are celebrating a big win from the Maryland Lottery. The husband won a $50,000 scratch-off at Tony's Liquor in Laurel. The couple plans to save their winnings. What a great gift just in time for their birthdays.
And next Wednesday, August 13th, popular grocery store chain Lidl will be opening a new location in Bowie. For their first week open, customers can enjoy a buy one, get one free deal on all bakery products. It will be located at 2017 St. Joseph's Drive.
And also this month at the National Harbor, you can now participate in the Black Biz Passport program. This initiative encourages visitors to discover and support Black-owned shops, restaurants, and experiences. Coming up next, Simon takes us on the court with some good old Summer League basketball.
Hey Simon, what's going on?
Hey sports fans, are you in the mood for some basketball highlights? If so, you're in luck, because I have that and more for you coming up on your Friday sports page. Stay tuned.
Home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Okay, everybody, go ahead and grab a seat because your Friday sports page is finally here. Now, the Pitts League playoffs continued last night, and the Village Select took the court against DMV Elite. Now, playoffs are a different animal than regular season ball, as you have to take your game to a whole other level if you want to advance. I caught up with Village Select 2 guard Reese Samuels before the matchup, and he told me what he wanted to see from his team during it to make sure they get the dub.
We know this team very well. We know what we have to do coming in. You know, we just got to be physical.
They're going to be physical right back with us, but we got to also keep our composure while we're doing that. I feel like if we do that all game, then we'll be fine. Last game, like I said, it's a game of runs. We just got to, when they go on their run, keep our composure, stay calm. Also, we didn't have our other main guard with us. That's my twin brother. We didn't have him last game, and we were still able to come out with the win. So we have him this game, so I think we should be fine this game.
Now DMV Elite got off to a good start in the first quarter as this nice finish inside from Ed Polite and the team doing a nice job of generating turnovers, one of them resulting in a made basket from Dante Thorpe, helped them jump out to a 8-2 lead. But Village Select said not so fast as these two triples from Rashard Samuels now had his team only down 10-8. The game remained nip and tuck the rest of the way, and the game was tied at 15-all going into the second quarter. And moving on to the second, sequences from both teams like Makai Knight dribbling through traffic and pulling up and hitting this mid-range jumper, and Doyen Fado going up strong and converting on the and-one shot kept the game close as no team could put any distance between each other on the scoreboard. And to close the quarter, this sweet spin move into a layup from Kalen Cumberlander helped DMV Elite go into halftime up 30-27 on Village Select. And DMV Elite kept the lead for the rest of the ball game as they came out on top in the matchup. Meantime, a storyline going into the 2025 college football season is how good is this Maryland team going to be? With the loss of some players and a coaching staff turnover, there is doubt about whether or not this team can bounce back from a dismal 2024 season. But wide receiver Octavian Smith Jr. says he and the team are looking to prove the doubters wrong.
Like you hear how we lost guys like Ty Felton and things like that, these household names in a sense, so it's an opportunity for everybody really to go out there and make a name for themselves and like I said, play with that chip on their shoulder. Because right now, everybody's understand counting Maryland out. They don't think we're going to be able to be anything or this ain't the third. And honestly, I know I do. I know my teammates do. Us as a whole staff and team, we embrace that. Okay, that's what we want. Go out there with a chip on your shoulder. Okay, cool. So just prove everybody wrong.
Maryland will look to get their first win of the season when they open up the year against Florida Atlantic on August 30th. And wrapping up sports, the Washington Mystics will return to action tonight against the Minnesota Lynx. Tip-off is at 7:30. And that is your Friday sports page. Simon Bugs, CTV Sports. Have a good weekend, guys.
Thanks, Simon. Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low of 64. Moving into the weekend, nice and sunny days are ahead.
That's right, Sarah. Saturday, we reach a high of 83 and a low of 64. Sunday, a high of 86 with a low of 65. And starting off the work week on Monday, we reach a high of 88.
And for our community calendar, listen up, house music lovers out there. House on the Waterfront kicks off tonight.
This weekend, get to experience multiple house music events happening throughout the county. The finale is a free event held at the Bladensburg Waterfront on Sunday, starting at 11 a.m. For more information, go to facebook.com/HowWMD.
And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us.
We're going to see you again on Monday. Have a great night, everyone.